Welcome, all my fellow Washington brethren and sisters. I am your man and president, Washington football team fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Washington Football Report. So, Jonathan Allen has inked a deal to stay in Washington, a 4-year, $72 million extension with $30 million of it guaranteed. One down, 4 to go. I talked about this back in June, and I actually posted on IG and said that this extension is going to get done. I've told you guys as much throughout the summer that I thought that this would get done. And I said they want to get this done before camp. And I told you I thought it would get done before camp. They were running out of time. They report to camp tomorrow. So the clock was ticking. They needed to fast track this because once the season gets underway, it's hard to then get a deal done. And if Allen would have had a breakout season, if he would have finally broke through and had 12 and a half sacks, that pushes the price up. So they needed to get this done. You want to avoid the franchise tag. We've done this before. We've been down this road. We're currently going down that path with Brandon Sheriff. It's a path to nowhere. You don't want to go down that path if you don't have to. They're avoiding all of that with this move. And to me, this is a Ron Rivera guy. This is the first of what will likely be many Ron Rivera guys that will re-sign here in Washington. I think Rivera identified Brandon Sheriff as a Ron Rivera guy, but they could never find a way to get on the same plane in terms of a deal. And so I think Sheriff is playing his last year in Washington, but we'll see what happens there. But we've talked about Jonathan Allen being a Ron Rivera guy. There are other guys in this locker room that are Ron Rivera guys. Terry McLaurin is a Ron Rivera guy. These are the types of players he's going to build the foundation of this roster with moving forward. This was a no-brainer. And to me, the nucleus of this team and where it starts is in the trenches on the defensive side of the football. He being Jonathan Allen is the first of what I think is going to be 4 guys that they want to extend long term. Next up is going to be Daron Payne. Remember, he was taken in the first round the very next year after Jonathan Allen. So next year, this time, we may be having a similar conversation about Washington trying to lock up. Now, they can't sign everybody. And if there were one guy that may be on the outs, it could be a Daron Payne. But if you ask me who's the most talented of that group of interior defensive tackles, I tell you it's Daron Payne. I tell you that Matt Ioannidis is the most talented in terms of getting after the quarterback, but complete package, it's Daron Payne. But no one has the work ethic and the leadership qualities of a Jonathan Allen. And so that's part of the package that you get with Jonathan Allen. That's part of the reason he's going to remain here. And oh, by the way, he's a damn good football player. A lot of people love to kind of just gloss over the fact that he's a hell of a football player and has probably been the most consistent defender we've had in Washington since he's been drafted back in 2017. So this is a guy that they wanted to get done with. They got it done before the start of training camp. They were running out of time. They make it happen. And to me, it's the first of 4. You knock down John Allen. Now you go after Payne next year. And then after that, it's Montez Sweat. And then it's Chase Young. That's the big one. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if they'll go 4 for 4. Okay? I don't think they'll go 4 for 4. I think they'll go 3 for 4. I've already told you the one that I don't know if they'll be able to do. But when we get to that point and we have to cross that bridge, then we'll have that discussion and conversation. We're a little ways off of that right now. But the first guy in line was Jonathan Allen. He gets his bread, 4 years, $72 million, $30 million of it guaranteed. This is a great move by Washington. Get in early before it's too late, and then you have this whole franchise tag debacle and nonsense and tomfoolery that we've been down the road of many times before in the past, currently going down that road with Sheriff, as I mentioned. So they avoid all of that with Jonathan Allen. He's got his deal done. He's already tweeted out Washington for life. We knew he wanted to be here. He talked about it during the last OTA session that this is where he wanted to be. He said there were positive talks between his camp and Washington, and he felt confident about things getting done. They ultimately did. He's here. Good move by Washington. Good move for all parties involved. So I'm happy about the move. Good football player, even better leader here in Washington. This is what it's all about. drafting guys and keeping them here. They've done that with Jonathan Allen. Let's see if they can continue to do that with Terry McLaurin and Daron Payne and Montez Sweat and Cole Holcomb, and the list goes on and on and on, because there are a lot of guys that will be up for new contracts here shortly. Let's see what Washington does and how good of a job they do of keeping their young, talented football players here in Washington. So that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T. Want to hear how you feel about this deal. Is it too much? Did you not expect it? Did you not want it? Want to hear from you down in the comment section of this video. Make sure you drop a like and a sub if you haven't already done so. Make sure that you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Remember, I am a Washington fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Washington spirit will never die. Washington spirit will never fold until we meet again. Hail to our beloved Washington football team. Remember, we'll be live tomorrow night, 8:30 p. for the Washington Football Report live. First day of training camp. So many topics to discuss. Hopefully you'll join us as we will uncork and pop open the top on the 2021 season as it gets underway with Washington coming to camp tomorrow. So live here on the Louie T Network, we will discuss all of it. But the big story today, Jonathan Allen signs a 4-year extension to stay in Washington worth $72 million, 30 of it guaranteed. Good win for the team. Good contract for Jonathan Allen. It's a win-win all the way around. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. Make sure you get off the bench, get in the game, and kick it with me, your man Louie T. Until next time, you guys have a good one.
LouieTeeNetwork.